Whoa. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. We are officially live. It's 2017. 2017. Kicking off the first episode. Yes, clap it up for that. We actually made it to the next year. We started in February, so the anniversary is coming up. Shout out to Play That getting on board with the show. Officially part of the team, you know what I mean? Rocking with us. You know, there's a lot of things coming for 2017, man. And I just hope everybody continues to support us and continue to work with us. You know, we got our new co-host over here. Yes, sir. You know, let the people know in case they forgot from last week, yo.
Yeah, right. Well, what's going on, y'all? You know, it's Marsha LaBelle. We have a special guest today. Her name's Brooke DeSluchas. You know, she's been doing a lot of great stuff. She even motivates me. You know, she motivates me every day. I think you guys would like to hear her story.
So without further ado, let's get to it. Put the big screen on her, LA.
Hey everyone, can
Just
you guys
look
hear
right
me?
in that camera right there and let the people know who you are and where you from.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. My name is Brooke DeLuche, but I go by the name Drivenbrooke on all my social media and all my networks. I am known for basically empowering people through education, through writing, and through creativity, basically through like fashion as well as music. I've worked with a lot of different people, and I was invited by Marsha. She's my younger sister.
Yeah.
And it's just dope to be here on January 1st with my sister and just winning. This is good.
That's what this was all about for 2017, winning.
Nice.
So, what are some of the goals you want to accomplish this year in 2017 that you didn't get to conquer last year?
Yeah, because that's the question for the first day. Everybody wants to know.
Of course.
You just went right there.
Right in. This is the Keepit100 show.
Yeah, you have to understand that. Like,
no time up here.
You're right. I'm
jumping
glad.
right in.
I'm glad that you said that. The fact that you said we're not wasting any time, because I feel like last year, if anything, I think everyone should have realized how valuable our time is on Earth, like how much time we have and what we put our energy to. So, you know, I'm sure Strong Island has been doing its thing, but if you guys didn't invest the time, if you didn't invest in your vision, you wouldn't be here. So my biggest goal this year is to stay focused on my vision and, you know, to not even move or be swayed by anything else but that vision. Like, everything is gonna match up with that vision or it's not part of my plan. And I feel like so many times we start with a New Year's resolution or we start with a new year with the same old stuff. And I felt like, if anything, I've learned not to waste my time in relationships and jobs and businesses and things like that. And not to say that I'm better than anybody else, because nobody's better than anybody else, but I've grown to a place mentally to be like, okay, my mindset is, if you want to accomplish some things, you got to keep moving forward. So anything that's not moving forward with you is just going to hold you back.
So just give us like a quick example of some things that'll be wasting your time in 2017. You said relationships, you said businesses. What are some ways a person can be wasting your time relationship-wise?
So before I even talk about externals, I'm going to talk about myself, procrastination. Procrastination, like knowing that I have the ability or the resources or the opportunity to do something and I'm just sleeping on it. I feel like so many times we're like, oh, we're going to do it later, we're going to have another day. But really, are you sure you're going to have another day? Are you sure you're going to have that same opportunity? Are you sure you're going to have that same connection? Are you sure you're going to be in the same health you are now?
And
so,
you know what's so crazy about that? I have people around me that don't even understand why I go so hard. You understand what I'm saying? And they're like, they just don't understand what it takes mentally. Like you say, mentally, you have to have it mentally. Because if you really don't, you're not going to push yourself as hard as you can go.
And you hit it on the spot. Not everybody's going to get your dream or your focus. That's another way to waste my time. I'm not going to waste my time explaining to someone what I am or what I'm about. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. I feel like we spend so much time explaining and trying to like get everybody on board. But as you do, they're either going to get it or they're not. I feel like that's another way to waste your time. Explaining yourself all the time or explaining what you're trying to do. There's no time for that in 2017. There's no time. It's like we are going to be about it.
You waste so much time in explaining yourself. That time can be used for something else more productive, or you know.
Or you confuse yourself. Sometimes because you expand yourself and you're explaining yourself so much, you start to doubt yourself because you'll come across a hater who's just really a hater that doesn't want to like help you in any type of way, and they're gonna question you like, well, why do you want to have a radio show? Well, why do you want to do this? You're black. You're this. And you're like, well,
listen,
no.
Nobody got time for that type of
Exactly.
Look, that's one thing I believe in is good vibes. You know what I'm saying? If the vibes ain't right, the energy's not there, I quickly distance myself because that'll rub off on you, believe it or not. Some people have a black cloud and they stand next to you, that can follow you. And, you know, you start having bad things happen to you because you listen to this negative person all the time. You know what I'm saying?
And I want to touch on that real quick. That's why I'm here. I'm here to impact people. Everything I do, my vision, my businesses, what I'm trying to do is to change everyone's life because I feel like we all have a dark cloud at one time in our lives. And even if I come in that situation with a hater, it's not going to be to explain myself. It's going to be to change your mindset and to give you something that you may not have. Because not everybody understands sometimes what you get. Your common sense, you learned it from your experience. Not everybody has your common sense. Not everybody has your wisdom. So that's why my brand, what I'm trying to do with my YouTube channel, what I'm trying to do with my networks, and what I'm trying to do with my writings, is to empower people to understand why I think the way I think. And not only that, to impact you, even if I meet you and you're having a bad day, like we all have, or you're having a bad year, which I hope nobody's going to have this year, I'm going to make it my business that when you meet me, something's going to change about you. Because I'm going to be so nice to you, or I'm going to be so friendly, or you're going to just be like, why are you so happy? And even some people have said that to me, like, you always smile. I'm like, and? Like, you know,
right?
And are you mad? And be so mad, but then I realize you're mad because you don't have what I have, a mindset, or you don't have something higher than you that's pushing you, or you don't have hope. Maybe a lot of people played you. Maybe a lot of people took things away from you. Some people are just bitter. And so what I do in every interaction and every time I meet somebody, it's like a blank page. Even if they give me attitude, I'm like, girl, you know your hair look nice. And they're like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, girl. And I see the best in people. So when I leave you, you don't leave me the same.
So what are some things in your projects and some of your new ideas you have coming together for your business that you're doing to help people? So you say you're trying to help people. So what's the name of the business?
Yeah.
And then what does the business consist of?
Well, I'm going to actually be, my website is in the process of being created, so about next week. I have drivenbrooke.com, which is going to be drivenbrooke@gmail.com. But that's Drivenbrooke is my social media name, my Facebook, all of that. But I'm going to be creating a resource. So basically, a lot of times you have that best friend that tells you about yourself or tells you how to overcome something. Not everybody has that. And so I'm that person. I explain how you can look good for an interview. I explain how you can get from here, wherever you are. If it's broke, if it's you lost your job, if it's you lost your boyfriend, or if it's you lost a family member. I've been through so much that I've always had to overcome.
So you're like a personal advisor?
Yes. Basically, or somebody called me a counselor because
a counselor?
Someone called me a counselor. I call myself an educator because it took me going through stuff to learn information that I have, and I want to pass that on so nobody goes through what I went through. Or I just feel like I want to be the person I didn't have.
Okay, so question. I know you're still young, so I can ask this question. How old are you?
I'm 28, actually. Yeah, I am young, but
20?
Yeah, I'm 28.
And with a mind like yours, I mean, that's pretty real.
And it took a while. It took a process. It took a lot of work.
28.
28. And Marshall.
Oh, okay, I thought you said 20. I was going to say.
Gorgeous. I look so much younger. That's another thing. Because I'm happy, I look younger than I am. I don't know. Everyone always says that. They're like, you look so joyful. You look like a teenager. I'm like, because I'm blessed. Like, I've learned to not let things stress me as much. And I've learned to keep it moving. And like I said, I want to do that for other people because when I was going through my stuff, nobody was really there. I had to figure it out on my own. So what I'm doing is turning around and saying, girl, you don't have to be bitter. You don't have to be broke. You don't have to do this. Let me put you on as a friend. And I'm coming from a friend perspective. A lot of people talk down. I want to talk somebody up. Like, I want to be there in your darkest moment and be like, you still have potential. You still can do this. Let me show you how. Let me give you the resources. Let me give you the tool. But I'm not going to do it for you. That's up to you. And I feel like that's another thing with procrastination. If this year you know there's so many things you want to do, just do it.
Yeah.
You don't know how to write. You don't know how to do this. Me, I did my first YouTube channel. I didn't have a camera. I didn't have the money. I didn't even know what to do. I just went into my room with my little iPhone and I was like, sunlight, okay, let's do this. Do you know how many people like hit me up and was like, it's been time. We've been waiting for you to do this. And then 3 days later, somebody gave me a Canon camera for free. Somebody was like, here, I'm going to give you money. I'm going to support you, invest in your business to create a website. Everything started to flow because I took the step. You know, like, it just takes the step. And
go ahead.
and I believed in myself. And even if I didn't think I was going to, have everything like that so quick, I believed in myself, and people just, after that, was like, I believe in you too.
Sometimes it's like some people need to see how serious you are before they can take you serious, Because that's like the main thing in any business, Like, I'm an artist myself. I make reggae music, but when I first came out, nobody wanted to take me serious.
I seen your video.
Because I was always dancing.
Yes, that really looked lit. Like,
so
really nice.
After a while, as they seen I'm consistent and I kept putting out music and the music got better and everything started getting better, they take you serious. They actually started buying the iTunes and then actually started seeing sales increase on iTunes. So it all comes with being consistent and continue to do something over and over. They know, all right, she's serious about it, so I'll support her. I'll continue to roll.
And I respect coming from a humble place. I respect you more that you said that you had to work. Because it's something that happens to you when you're working, that when you get to a certain level and when you will, because you will get to that place where you're going to be performing and you're going to do that, you're going to be so humble because you knew it took work to get here. People that get things like this, and even me in the past, when I got things like this, money like this, it didn't mean anything to me. So when I lost it, was like, all right, whatever. Or I felt like I was better than people at one time in my life because I had certain things. When I was almost homeless, 4 or 5 years ago?
All that changed, right? All that changed.
When I was looking cute and broke, she ain't got no money in the bank, and I couldn't even afford anything, and I came from, like, literally almost sleeping in my car to, like, build myself all the way up to where I'm at now. Now, not only do I feel like everything coming to my way, nobody can tell me nothing because I deserve it, I'm worthy of it, I'm amazing, but I have so much compassion for people.
Now, can I ask you a question? Do you believe in, are you religious?
Yeah, I'm spiritual. The reason why I say that is because a lot of people have, like, negative connotations with Christianity, but I believe in Jesus. That's my savior. But I also believe in a personal relationship. Everybody has their own journey. Everybody has their own path. Everybody has their own, like, way in life. I feel like when I think of religion, a lot of times it separates people and people judge people. I'm not that at all. Like, I'm not that at all.
Well,
I have a lot of faith.
That was because, for the simple fact, I was basically saying that that was the Lord bringing you down for you to understand that, listen, you can't have it like this. Let me show you why. And then bring it to you all the way down, and then build you all the way back up again. Now, you know that He was with you the whole time that you fell, and the whole time that you was going back up, right? So at the end of the day, that's a situation where I basically, when you're talking, I'm picturing that you're actually going to zero or close to zero, and then coming back up again, and you have to see it for yourself. You have to understand that it takes hard work, and nothing is ever given to you. And when you were given it, and getting it, that was just that time.
And don't take it for
things
granted.
Change.
Things
don't stay the same all the time.
Don't take it for granted.
And to share it. I felt like a lot of people are blessed and they don't share what they're given. And because I've been through so much, I'm always like, here, because I know how you feel. I know what it looks like to want something and not have have all these ideas, or to be called crazy because you have nothing, and somebody's like, you want to write a book, you want to work on this. And it's funny because I just was like, I'm gonna do it. And it took being humble, like you said, and going all the way to the bottom. And even in those moments, his hand was on my life, and he would put me in rooms with people. I've met some incredible people. The other day, I literally was sitting down writing, and Jay Ellis from Insecure hit me up on my Instagram. I'm like, what? Wow. You know, I was in the kitchen with my sister, and I'm like, is this a fake account? And I was like, wait. And this is why I'm saying, like, God is so real, and not only that, because I'm putting myself in a place to, like, be used, to be open, like, whatever I get, I share it. I'm just being blessed more. And that's why I feel like things like that are coming to me. And this is not the first time. Even when I was in that low place, I was in rooms with people that were celebrities and things like that. And I felt like, celebrities, like I said, titles are just titles. They're all human beings. But he was showing me, you're going to be here one day too. But you gotta get some things right in the inside, so when you're here, you don't treat people like they treat people. Yes. You're gonna be here, and you're gonna be putting on people. Yes. You're gonna be here, and you're gonna be a light in the darkness. You're gonna be here, and you're gonna be on purpose. And they're gonna be like, wait, but you're a teacher. But I was flying out to LA by faith 2 weeks, and I was in record labels this actually happened for 2 weeks on my break, because I was teaching at the time, middle school in the city. And on my break, my kids, when I came back, they were like, Miss Brooke, what did you do? I said, well, I was in LA. They were like, what? I said, yeah, I was in LA. I went to a couple record labels with my friends, and I met some people, and we did some things, and I went this designer, and they were like, but I've never heard of that. I said, yes, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard. Like, I know that I'm going to be that type of person that it's like, it doesn't make sense how you're a teacher, and then you do this, and you do that, and you do that. But I had to be humbled. I had to be humbled, and I had to get guidance for my life. And that's why I said it's very important that you have a personal relationship, because I feel like I'm something that's never happened before. This is just the beginning. Like, this conversation is just the beginning of where I'm going. So it's like, when I'm the first that ever happened to me. I've never heard of an educator who does writing, who writes music, who writes this, who not only that, who does treatments for videos, who's all in so many industries, but is not all over the place.
So right now, what do you focus on more, since you have so many things going on? Which one right now is more of your interest?
Well, how I keep everything under one umbrella is education. If I'm not informing somebody, if I'm not educating somebody, then it's not for me. So I always go back to that place, like, how is this going to educate someone or help somebody?
Help others.
Yeah. So if it doesn't do that, then it's not for me. I've had so many opportunities come to me, but that's how I focus everything, like, to bring it together. And right now, I'm focusing on writing. I'm currently working on a book, and
what's the name of it?
That's gonna be that I can't because I haven't completely done the LLC process and all that good stuff. So I don't want to say it and then. But what I will say is that even though I'm 28, I've been through a lot. Like I said, I should only share a tidbit. I've been through a lot of things, and my story is gonna bless so many people and show so many people hope that they can be all that they want to be, despite wherever they come from. I'm working on that, but my social media and my YouTube channel is really what I'm developing, and my website, my blog, which is going to be like informing people about how to, get right first with God, and then how to basically make a business happen, how to go and get clothes. Because everything on me right now, I think the most I have on me is like maybe $40 worth of stuff, but I look so fly.
People don't understand.
People don't get
they
it.
They think it's all about the high fashion, and you're gonna make $1 million. No, you're making somebody else $1 millionaire.
Yeah, right. Not even that. I feel like people think you gotta spend thousands of dollars to look nice. You don't got to.
Nope.
You're just trying to impress somebody else.
I agree.
Like, you gotta be comfortable in what you're wearing. You gotta. If you're confident in what you're wearing, you're gonna look bomb, regardless of if it's $10 or $500.
Yep.
And so, with that being said, right now on my website, it's going to be self-development and how to work on your inside first to match your outside. Because just because there's trends out there doesn't mean it's for you. Maybe you're supposed to start a new trend. But how are you supposed to do that if you're following everybody and you don't know yourself? So that's going to be the focus as well as you want to look fly, I'm going to put you onto every spot. Everywhere I go, somebody stops me. Where'd you get this? Where'd you get that? The same thing. I was like, girl, I got it from this shop, and then someone actually gave me money and said, can you start a website and write everything because you do this all the time. You're always helping people. Like, you might as well do it for everybody. And I was like, you know what? You're right. Why not? Why not help you save money so that you can take the money that you've been spending on clothes and shoes and then actually put it towards your business? Because you're supposed to leave a legacy. You're not just supposed to be working for someone your whole life. Or how about let me tell you that you can actually have that from the projects or from the living under a bridge. You can have that. You can be that, but somebody never gave you the tools.
So do you have like a team working with you, or you just by yourself? I see you set up your camera, you did everything yourself. So do you have like a team you're building, or you just the one machine right now?
I am just the one machine, but my team is my friends that support me. I have people that pray for me. That's one thing. As in relationships, when I said that if you're wasting my time, I need people who are willing to fight for what they want, that are after something, that is willing to grow with me. If you're not willing to grow with me, if you're not willing to push with me, then why are you here? Because it's not about me. It's about what I'm trying to create to better the world, to better everyone around me. So if you don't want that, like, it's kind of like, I don't need that. Because most of the time, that person is negative. That person is selfish. That person does not want to grow. Or that person is growing in a different direction. Maybe it's just not meant to be that we keep moving. But my best friend, Tony Joyce Taylor, my family, my sisters, we've gotten closer from last year to now because I feel like that's needed. People that will not only pray for you, but keep it real with you. Like, no, that doesn't sound right. Or that's not you.
You have to keep people that's going to keep it real with you. You don't need a bunch of yes people around you.
No.
And you think everything you do is perfect. Everything you do is
and then you have outsiders that are like,
what?
What's going on over there? Like, that's not right.
Because my best friend, like 5 years, we used to model together. I used to do a lot of hair modeling. That's why I said I'm very resourceful. I used to work for W Magazine, Flaunt Magazine. I used to model. So I'm going to I've given feedback to people when they're like, how do I do this? I'm like, okay, this internship, I have all these resources. I just never put it on a platform for everyone to access it. So since then, like 5-6 years ago, we met on set. And I remember like doing hair modeling with her, and we just clicked automatically. And we were best friends at the time, but 2 years later, she got saved. We met up, and I was like, okay, I look fabulous. We went to church, and it was just like never the same. We were inseparable. But since then, my best friend saw who I would become, to the point that she used to say to me on set, like, when somebody's like, oh, what do you do? She was like, she's an educator. I'm like, what? What do you mean I'm an educator? I was not teaching. I was not doing anything. She just said, that's you. And then I listened to her. And I realized that was a dream I had, and she didn't know since I was little to be a teacher, but I thought I was going to be corny. Like, I have all these creative ideas. I have all these things in me. I don't want to just be a teacher, a boring teacher behind a school desk. I listened to her, and I started to go to school, and that's when everything started happening, where I was teaching, but then I was on set, and then I was doing this, and I was like, whoa, I'm not going to be a boring teacher because that's not me. I'm going to be an educator, but I'm also going to do other things, but I needed to like realize who I was, and she saw that. And she always keeps it real with me. She'll be like, I'm so proud of you, because she knows what I went through to get to that place where I was real with myself to say, this is who I am.
Definitely. So what are some things you want the people to channel into? Like, let them know what you have coming up or what you're working on so that they can start channeling into you and tuning into what you have coming up.
Should I talk?
Yeah, right there.
Okay, cool. I have, like I said, at first, you guys could just check me out on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Drivenbrooke, Drivenbrooke. I am currently working on a book. I have a YouTube channel, Drivenbrooke, on YouTube. Just look that up. My website should be up next week, drivenbrooke.com. And, I don't want to ruin surprises. I don't like to talk about things that are
not fully done.
No,
I'm just
totally understandable. That's
like
good,
Little
though,
Wayne, you gotta move in silence.
That's the best way to move.
So before we get you out of here, what's some advice you have for these people out here that want to give up? They're at the bottom right now, and they're saying, you know what, I'm done. I can't keep going.
Motivation.
What can you tell them so they can get to the point where you're at right now?
Okay. the best thing I could say is that you're still alive. Somebody else didn't make it yesterday, so you're still breathing. You still have a chance. You still have purpose. You still have something on your life to keep living. And if it's just that, sometimes we go through so much stuff. We feel like there's nothing that to be grateful for. But the fact that you're alive, start from there. Think about how you're still living, and from there, start progressing. Start doing something. Stop sabotaging or being pity. Get up. You have the ability to do anything that you believe in. If you want to write, start writing. If you want to sing, start singing. If you want to start losing weight, start working out. Do something. Move from where you are to go to where you want to be. If you're sitting around right now, just get up, move from where you are, and do what you want to be. Because at one point, I probably was, well, actually, I was where you were. And I felt like I couldn't do anything. I couldn't speak. Right now, this is me. This is a miracle. I could not talk in front of people. I could not do any of this. And when you look at my website, you'll see more about that. But I started talking. I started walking. And as I kept moving, somebody came along. Somebody helped me. Somebody gave me this. I got stronger. I got more confident. The same thing will happen to you. Just believe in yourself. Know that you matter and that don't give up. Keep going.
Do your thing, girl. Do your thing.
Clap it up for her. All right, we're going to get some bills paid right now. Big shout out to you for coming on the couch and rocking with us
guys. Thank
in the
you
hot
so
seat. Let's keep it 100 radio show. Choco's in the building.
Yeah.
Play that. Let's pay some bills, baby.
Let's get it.